Well, I went and took my grandson to the mall yesterday. Took him for a stroller ride all around the mall and went and had lunch. Now, he's only 8 months old and he ain't going to remember it, I'm sure. Figured to take him to the mall at least one last time before it's converted into something like a concentration camp, gas chambers and stuff like that, But I figured since that Donald F. and Trump just anointed himself as a king yesterday morning there on his official White House Twitter page, X, that might as well, let the little boy experience what freedom still is while we still have it, Made himself a king. Well, I got up on the social medias and I was looking for some outrage out there because I figured, you know what? There's a whole bunch of people in this country that's called themselves patriots for years and years and years. And they know that being a patriot means we don't do kings here in the United States of America. I mean, if you're a patriot, you know that full well. I mean, hey, you fake-ass patriots, you Trump supporters, aren't you familiar with this document that we've got? We've had for a long time. It's called the Declaration of Independence. Are you familiar with that? I'm sure you've heard of it. What that was and what that is an FU letter to a king. That's what that was. See, we don't do kings here. So apparently you think we do because I haven't seen any outrage about, do we have to write another FU letter to another king? Is that what we're going to have to do now? It's starting to seem like it. Now, I don't know what y'all would have did had Barack Obama decided he was going to put himself out there on the social media and say, you know what, I'm a king. Or Joe Biden said, I'm a king. You'd have lost your mind on that now, wouldn't you? Because you don't believe in kings either, unless it's your king, right? Then you believe in dictatorships and stuff like that. But the thing is, I'm starting to find out it ain't all of you. It really ain't, because whenever you look at Donald Trump's approval numbers and stuff, they're not there. Nobody approves. He ain't above 50% nowhere. His personal approval rating ain't above 50%. The way he's handling the economy, nope. Nothing. No category whatsoever. None of his cabinet picks are above 50%. So he's not popular. Now, I can tell you this. I do know for a fact who his hardcore MAGA base is there, you Russian sympathizing pieces of garbage, is 20%, because whenever people are polled on how well he's handling the Ukraine situation, only 20% prove there that, yeah, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and take sides with Russia and blame Ukraine. Yeah, 20%. That's you brainwashed people that fell head over heels for all of the Russian propaganda. You and you white Christian nationalist filth. That's what you are. You're 20% of this country, okay? That's all you are. He don't have himself a mandate or nothing like that, okay? It's a wonder that he did make it into the White House. And every single day that goes by, it seems a little more fishy and a little more fishy. So I guess in hindsight, since we're going to do kings nowadays, well, Joe Biden should have just decided, you know what, we're not going to honor the result of this contest because it seems like there was some shenanigans afoot, and he could have just made himself a king, right? And all of you fake-ass patriots be okay with that, right? Right, you'd have been just fine with that, right? So anyway, he's not a king as much as he tries to write executive orders to make him one. You know, him and Pam Bondi, they're the only ones that can decide what's legal or what's not, right? Right, like that's constitutional. So everything that he's trying to do is trying to make himself a dictator. Like he said, I'm going to be a dictator on day one. And y'all said, y'all were just taking his words out of context. He's just going to be a dictator on day one. People try to tell you that ain't how dictators work. They just don't do it for a day. But I think you're okay with it, as long as it's your guy there. You're okay with just flushing our whole Constitution down the toilet, as long as your guy's there in the White House, right? You fake-ass patriots. Inmate Trump.